Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
So today we're looking at Munchkin Oz. This Munchkin is a very famous, very popular card game. Very easy to play of trying to level up, almost like a Dungeons and Dragons type experience. And the game has been released over and over and over and over and over and over and over again with different themes or IPs. This time we're looking at Munchkin Oz based on the Land of Oz, the Wizard of Oz. Everybody loves that, and my daughter is a huge fan of Wizard of Oz, so this was a good one for us to try out. The game plays exactly how you expect from Munchkin, which is draw a card and play as many as you can. You will hurt others, you will fight others, and you will try to get loot and level up. And once you get to a certain level, you are the winner of the game. But the other players will be playing cards to try to keep you from doing that as you go through. And this just adds in Wizard of Oz. So, you know, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Wicked Witch of the West, and all of that is put into it. If you like Munchkin, or it sounds like something that you would like, and you like Wizard of Oz, well, guess what? It's the perfect game for you. For us, I think this works as a family weight game of something that we can sit down and play. The kids like Oz. The family loves Wizard of Oz, so this will appeal to us, and I think that appeal goes a long way. The game is fairly easy to pick up and play. The rules are easy to understand. If you're new to gaming, maybe you want to watch this video and learn how to play or have somebody teach you at the table. But, you know, the game also has a variable ending, which means it can last forever, literally. So the game can go on way longer than it needs to go on. It can stick around longer than you want it to be. So at some point, maybe Dad will call in and say, hey, we're done. We try to finish all our games, though. But overall, if you're into that kind of experience and your family would be into that kind of game or your gaming group, then you like Oz, this is the game for you guys. For us, I'm actually going to keep it. This is probably going to surprise some of my longtime viewers because it isn't necessarily the type of game that I like, but the IP and the theme really brings it in. So, there you are. It's a keeper. Here's Munchkin Oz. You can see it's just the guest artist edition. There's a regular edition. This one comes in a little bit bigger of a box, but it has some unique artwork that is really super cute. It was very attractive for my daughter. As you open the box up, you're going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to get some advertisements for some other Munchkin games. You can see Munchkin, Munchkin Zombies, Cthulhu, Munchkin Foo. And if you wanted some t-shirts, you can definitely order some Munchkin swag in here. You're going to have a game board where you can put the cards at. Also has the yellow brick road that you'll be going up here to meet Dorothy, I suppose. You can also see it says Guest Artist Edition. The rest of it are just these standees that you get. There's always going to be one male and one female for every color. And they're just regular standees. I don't really see, maybe they're Munchkins. Maybe that's what they're supposed to be. You're going to have these cards that you're going to use. You're going to have door cards, which will flip over. Some of them can be pretty wordy, as you can see. They have little cute artwork on them. You're going to see some treasure cards. Here's a picnic basket with Toto in it. You also have the gold pieces on the bottom, which are really small, and they fit in your hand or where they would sit. These cards are okay. I would say these are average at best. You can see some of the artwork is really cool. Silly Scone. There will be some reading on these for the younger kids, so just kind of be aware of that. But you only get 2 sets of cards. Pretty easy to shuffle up. And I would say the components in this are pretty average. This is about average in the board gaming community of what we're looking for. If it's better than this, it's probably above average. If it's below this, it's probably below average, in my opinion. I also probably would like to point out that this box, the box in itself, is rather cheap. Like, it's not a very well-designed or well-made box. Whatever materials they use is probably the cheapest available on the market. So here's the rule book for Munchkin Oz. I find this thing to be all over the place, to be honest. You have a little bit about the guest artist, setup, card management, conflicts, kind of how things are going. Not much of an overview, but it just feels like it's all over the place and not organized well. These are the actions you can take anytime on your turn, and then the turn phase. But it's not big enough. You know, it just feels like it's important as much as the character stats. I don't really like that very much. And it opens up like this. So it goes over the treasures, one-shots, monsters, how to do that, how to do combat. You have the little cute pictures kind of in. But everything just feels like it's of equal importance, and it's probably not. Death, running away is an example of combat, and then you have some curses, an advertisement for more stuff. I don't like the layout of this at all. I mean, I'm a gamer, and I kind of wanted to scan this rather quickly, and it became very hard to go through this. It's kind of hard to refer back to it. Even though there's not a lot of rules, there's not a lot of stuff here, I just felt like it could have been organized better. To be honest, it felt like they had this much paper, and let's get it all in, versus getting everything in, and how much paper is that going to take? Beginning the game, each player would choose a gender. I can't find anything in the rules that tell you it matters what the genders are. You're going to have your door cards and your treasure cards. Everybody's going to get 4 door cards and 4 treasure cards to start the game out. Now, it's kind of important to know that on your turn, you can really just play any cards you want. So these are class cards. You can only have one at a time. It tells you that you're a wizard and you will have certain powers that you can do. If you wanted to play another class, that's fine. You just have to get rid of this one. You can also play an ally. You can have one of these out unless a card gives you more. In this case, it's the Tin Woodsman, but he gives you a +3 bonus to combat because his heart is so... But whenever you use him, you got to roll a die. If you roll 1, he is discarded. So I'll just set that there just so you can see what cards I have out. Now, these item cards you can also have. This is an oil can. It gives me a +1 bonus. If you look down here, it's one hand. So I can have 2 cards, Dorothy's Parasol and the oil can. That would take up my 2 hands. If I wanted to play something else that required hand, then it would be required for me to discard one of these. So right now I'm going to have 3, 4, 5, 6 to combat, plus what level I'm on. So I'm already at 7 combat. This gives me foot gear. I can wear something on my foot, 2 hands, armor, and a head. But this is big. You can only have 1 big at a time. So I could have that. Now if you look at the bottom, these also have prices on them. So this big is worth 700 gold. This one's worth 500 for a combination of 1,200. So instead of playing these, I might just discard these here. These are discarded into the discard pile. And because it's 1,000, I get to move up 1 level. Now, I don't get any change for that. If you notice, I scored 1,200 off that, but 1,000 will move them up. And that's kind of how the game is going to go. So the first thing you're going to do on a turn is you will flip over a card. If it's not a monster or a curse, then you just take it in your hand, and it's added into my hand. But let me kind of show you what happens. So here we have a level 1 Jackdaw. So I could fight him if I so chose. When I kick the door down, I'd be required to. Now, had I got a curse instead, then I would have to take care of what the curse said. So in this case, if I had drawn the curse, it would say, "Curse, meet the loathsome duck. You may not help or be helped in combat until you fail a runaway tour." So this would just stay in front of me until this occurred. And there are many different curses in the deck. Now for this level 1, it'd be very easy for me to beat him. It's a very weak one. And at the bottom, I would get 1 treasure. It tells you right there. Let me take a look at a little bit of a harder one. Let's say this Mombi. It's a level 11. Right now I have 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, because I'm on number 2. So I'm 8. So I can't beat this zombie. I would have to do the bad stuff. So you change your sex, so I would have to change my gender. -5 in your next combat due to distraction. The penalty can be lifted with a wishing pill, but the change is permanent. If I had beaten her, I would get 3 treasures. So right now I can't do anything to beat her. I would look through my hand and see if I had any cards that would help me. Now, if I can't beat her, which I cannot, if I had cards in my hand that would help me, I could definitely play it. I could ask for other people for help. So maybe I would give them an item or something. I could take an item from my hand and give it to them in order to win. If not, let's say I had easily beaten that, they could also play cards that might hurt me. So if I had this Glen of the Good Witch, I could play it down, taking my 8 with a +5 and making it a 13 if I would have had that card. So the other players could also play a card that would hurt me and make her level higher. Let's say they didn't, then I would get to 3 treasures on here. So the first thing you do is you take over this, kick the door down, and you would get one of these cards. Then the second thing I could do is I could play another monster from my hand. Let's say I wanted to fight this guy, for example. Or I could draw a card and add it to my hand. If it's a monster, it doesn't matter. If it's cursed, it doesn't matter. It gets added to my hand of cards. So I have a choice of fighting another monster. Now, you want to fight monsters because if you fight them, you get to move up on a level. First 1 to 10 will become the winner of the game. So fighting monsters is really good. It's good to know that you also gain treasures, and some of these treasures will do things for you. Courage, you get a +3 bonus in combat for each monster you face. +3 with this hand, lunge to the front. Now, there are cards in here that would just give you victory points, right? So you can just luckily get a card, it gives you victory points. Otherwise, see this one, Oz well, that ends well, go up a level. So you can do that. Now, when you score your 10th point, you can only score by beating a monster. You can't play one of those cards just to beat it. So it's just a race up to 10. Players will usually play cards that help themselves and hurt other people. You can help other people, like I said, in combat. And they can pay you to do that and share the treasure and things of that nature. That can be a way. Munchkin Oz is a really fun little game that you can play, but it does have some take that, which is going to turn off some gamers. Who should buy this game? First of all, I think you want to be a fan of Wizard of Oz. If you're not a fan of Wizard of Oz, you'll pass this on by, because I think this is going to appeal to just Wizard of Oz fans. Now, if you're Wizard of Oz fans, doesn't mean you're necessarily going to like the game, right? So, who's going to like this? People who don't mind Take That. A lot of family games. I think this will fit squarely into family weight games. Teenagers kind of like this. I don't know if teenagers are going to like Wizard of Oz. Maybe. But I think that gaming groups who like these kind of quick card games that are combative, if you're a fan of Munchkin and you like Oz, then this is going to be a marriage made in heaven, right? This is going to fit right to you. So this one, I would say, almost squarely know who you are, but you have to like card games where you're attacking others and being attacked as you race to win the game. That's your market share here. So for me, it's going to be a keeper because my family likes Oz, and it's a quick game we can play as a family.